Hello and welcome to the Grove, or what I like to call the Grove. This is my little garden. You guys have seen videos of it over the last couple of months. I haven't done an intro or a tour of it, and today's going to be that day. I do have my lovely wife over here with me today because she was the start of this and the inspiration.
No, hold on, wait. I love you so much. But what happened was I had foot surgery, and then you were like, well, you need something to encourage you to go outside and not be stuck in the house for 3 months while you're healing.
Yeah.
And that's how this got started.
So I built you a garden bed.
We built it, actually. Yeah. We just used 2x4s and we cut it up to measurements that we wanted. We had to be careful because there's a sprinkler right over on that side, so we had to make sure we didn't accidentally damage that. But we want to be able to move the box when it came with us when we go to move and things like that. So we started off with, 3 flowers? 2...
Yeah, so we did 3 pollinator flowers. We did the impatiens back in the corner, and then the wishbones or the torrentias towards the front.
Which the daughter picked out.
Yep, and the purple has been absolutely thriving and doing phenomenal.
Yeah, the purple is wonderful.
The yellow does great too, but really the purple's flourished more than anything else.
Yeah, and then we got basil, oregano, and peppermint.
So the basil has been bolting over the course of the month. I've been harvesting seeds out of it, and I finally tore the whole plant out and instead replanted in some of the various many seedlings that I actually have of it. It's actually like propagated itself its own natural way. So yeah, this is what it was. This thing was huge, bushy, and full.
It took over everything.
And it's actually seeded out. Like, that's going to become fertilizer for everything else out here. But there's many basil sproutlings in that bed from the plant doing its own thing.
The poor peppermint didn't survive.
No, the peppermint didn't survive.
It started out with some bad disease on it, and it just didn't survive well.
Yeah.
And we tried to trim it back, and it grew back after that, actually. But I think just the basil took all the nutrients from it. It just didn't survive. The tomato, we were actually worried about for a while because it wasn't really growing. We worried it got smothered.
To be specific, that's a Cherokee heirloom purple tomato. I thought it was really cool. When I was looking at tomatoes in the plants, like the guys at first, it said this one didn't need a trellis, and it obviously does need a trellis.
This poor tomato plant.
But then
you haven't seen it flower.
Doing research, yeah, we haven't seen it flower once. A lot of the research that I've done is if you're going to pick tomatoes, don't start with purple. Heirloom tomatoes are good because they're usually more resistant, but in this case, it was harder to grow. I haven't had a flower once. In fact, I haven't had any tomato plant flower yet except for the tomatillo. I've done husky cherry tomatoes out here. I've done Cherokee purple tomatoes. I had another type of, I can't remember specifically which one, but it was another, go to the nursery, get some tomatoes. So I've gone through 3 different tomato plants outside of my tomatillos, and none of them have even flowered once. In fact, the other side.
Apparently, we're just not tomato people.
No, we're tomatillo people.
Yeah, we're tomatillo people. Yeah. Okie dokie.
And then next to it, it is cut down very badly. I overwintered it finally, or prepared it for winter, so we do have the jalapeno.
We had some really bad bugs.
Yeah, whiteflies were nasty all over it.
Oh my gosh. So we sprayed it down with Dawn dish soap and soap.
Every single leaf was covered in whiteflies.
Yeah, it was really bad. I'm
going to bring this guy forward. This was our ghost pepper.
Okay, just so you guys understand, this was not our pot initially, okay? This pot was left here by the previous tenant that rented, and they had some little purple fern thing. We ripped out. The thing was dying. It was ugly.
I believe in reusing what we have.
We repurposed the pot. It was great. Okay, drop the bottom on that so they can see. It's decided it wants to walk around the yard. I don't know about that.
So let's talk about overwintering peppers for just a second while we're right here. So they don't survive cold very well. They will hibernate. I'm far enough north in Florida that we will hit cold enough temperatures that we do need to prepare them for a winter.
Which we're finally starting to halfway through October.
Let's get a little cool. But what you do is you cut it down to bare nothing. I heard keep the Ys, so I did my best to keep as many Ys as I could. And if it looks wrong, let me know, because I could trim it back still more. But essentially what's going to happen, and what I've already started to see, the leaves are starting to turn yellow. That's also partially due to all the whiteflies. The peppers are taking longer to fruit and continue on from there. So it's going to go into an hibernation. It's going to basically...
But from everything that we've read, next year when it grows back, it's going to grow back stronger.
Yeah.
Because of that. And it'll bear better fruit.
More. It'll be more prolific. It'll get a lot more fruit out of it, which will be very nice because I'm gonna make me a lot of spices.
Oh my God, you and just absolutely spicing me out of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Now, before we start bringing stuff back in here, I do want to talk about the vines that we have, because those are still the immovable plants that we have.
This was the original, though. These were the original 8 that we started with, and it's grown from there.
Yeah, I've ripped out the basil. I've ripped out the mint. I actually have some dinosaur kale planted back in here. You just can't see it yet. They have started to sprout.
It's little sproutlings.
Yeah, I've never had kale that I've liked prepared, and I've only had other people prepare it for me. So I believe I might not like it now, but I'll find a way. Hey, I'm open to trying new stuff. Moving on. I know we're kind of like flowing into stuff. We didn't plan this out. This is going to be one messy video, so I love y'all. You can't really see it behind my chair and whatnot, but you can see the vine for it. So the pot is down over here. This is the prolific hardy kiwi, or this is the hardy kiwi. It's not a full kiwi. It's, if you've ever been to Costco and seen the kiwi berries, it's those. So they're going to produce little berries for us that are going to be more kiwi-like. I wanted a viney plant. I didn't want anything crazy. This like kind of like screamed at me when I was looking at online for stuff, because I got very hyper fixated on getting myself a lychee tree, which I do have over there. And this is one of the plants that ended up coming with it for me to be able to justify that cost. It wasn't very expensive, to be honest. It was just in my head a cost. So it's been vining. It requires a male and a female. We believe we have both in the pot, and you can see it's been doing pretty well to trellis itself. And then it's kind of getting over to the green beans that I bought at the dollar store to see if it would work, and I didn't think it was going to survive, and it's survived.
Yeah, okay. Just a side note about that. There was one spindly little vine, and waifu over here had the brilliant plan to sit there and make it go up the trellis. And then it was just like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do? That was not intentional at all, even in the slightest. That was not intentional. That was just, I thought it'd be funny to make it do that, because it was trying to do a vine upwards and it was falling over. So yeah, that happened.
For a lot of things, I firmly believe that if you give it a chance, it will survive. And this is one where we gave it that chance. I just forgot about it and I ignored it for a very long time. It's given us 2 green beans. It's finally got more flowers. It's been torn apart by bug after bug after bug.
Caterpillars. Caterpillars have absolutely eaten that poor thing alive.
Is it wrong if I want to call them moth pillars?
No, I guess it'd be fine, because, I mean, they were.
They're for moths, they're not for butterflies.
Yeah.
But then again,
they weren't pretty or helpful.
But if a caterpillar turns into a butterfly and I want to call a moth a caterpillar into a mothapillar, would it be a butt pillar?
Get out of the video. Get out of the video.
I want a butt pillar.
Walk away. You're done. What is this? Now that you've brought it over.
Well, I didn't think we were going in order of what we got. I thought we were going in order of put it back.
Well, we're going to have to put it back, so now you're talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the pink guava. So this one I actually got from the local nursery. I was honestly just walking around looking for ideas. I knew I wanted another fruit tree because part of my plan is one, keep them in pots for as long as I can. I am saving up. I do want to go into the homesteading route ultimately, because I just want to disappear and be a hermit of the woods. You know, just gone, live off the land.
Waifu still wants internet. Okay, let's just be clear on that one. I still want internet.
So when I was walking around the nursery, I was actually looking at the discounted plants first, because I like to check like ones that are dying that are over half off to see if I can bring them home and get them back to life. But these leaves at the time had a nice pink tinge to them. And like, I knew I was okay with guava. Haven't really had pink guava. I know it's better for you than traditional guava. And I've heard a lot of stuff about the leaves are really good for like stomach things, but the leaves kept talking to me. You know, it was the pink tinge to them. I was like, these are very beautiful leaves. I like the texture of them. I like how they feel. And I landed on getting a guava plant because it grows well in Florida. Pink guava is not a common variety, and I have the leaves called to me. I'm a very simple person when it can be.
Next. Now this one you ordered,
Same thing.
and we were very worried about this one when you ordered it.
Oh yeah, this thing was tiny. It had like 3 leaves on it. And by the way, these leaves are gigantic.
And 2 of them were crushed because of the shipment. Thanks, FedEx.
It was the banana you were mad about.
But yeah.
This was also a part of that whole, I was hyper fixated on getting myself a lychee tree. I wanted some exotic stuff that grows very well in my state. I looked around. This was on sale at the same time with everything, and it helped me justify the cost. This is a Trinidadian red cacao. Eventually, it will give me chocolate pods, big old cacao pods.
I'm not sharing.
There's actually one of these at my local nursery too that's fully grown, and I love walking around to look at it.
It's huge. Like this is going to be its own separate tree thing.
This is my future project. This is a tree for the future. Just like the other fruit trees, they're for the future.
I like the guy that lives on a daily basis, but then plans 20 years out, but not 20 years out.
Who says 20?
I don't know how long they take to grow. I just assume it's going to be a long time, just like your lychee tree.
That's all, a year or 2. Finally put a cage on it. So these are green beans. These are tender green variety green beans. They're supposed to be a bush, but they tend to grow more viney, apparently.
Cage because of waifu.
We've been struggling with bugs on all of the green beans, to be honest. The bugs have been loving them greatly. But these grew from seed. I got them from a Florida local seed vendor. And
We've actually had good germination of anything and everything we've bought from them.
Oh yeah,
we've had amazing germination,
and they grow really well. Like there's some good green beans that are actually in here, and they taste good right off the vine. I've actually eaten some right off the vine. I don't
after you washed them.
I don't use pesticides.
You didn't even just like rinse them off?
Depends on what was on it.
Did you rinse off the ones that I ate?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're all good now.
Any of the ones that got cooked got washed. If I was
just
out
had
here,
to double check.
Listen, sometimes I go caveman and eat shit off the vine.
I know you do. I've watched you eat basil, oregano, peppermint. Just pick it off. Here, try it.
It's so good though, fresh.
Sometimes I wonder about your mental state.
What mental state? Which one is this one?
Chamomile.
Camellia sinensis.
Chamomile.
Completely different plants.
Chamomile.
Camellia sinensis is the traditional plant that all Chinese teas come from.
I'm telling you, I swear.
There's basil in there.
The little name badge.
There's basil in there.
I'm not picking the basil.
I know, but I'm letting you know, there's basil in there.
Why is there basil in there? Why?
Okay.
Pick out all these little clover things.
So Camellia sinensis is the plant that all tea comes from, all traditional original teas, white tea, green tea, black tea. It's actually all from the same plant. It's just all treated differently as far as how it's not brewed, but like not even cultivated. From the way it's picked.
Oh, it's even different stuff of like how they pick the leaves.
Yes, and roasted.
Where they pick the leaves, how long it's dried. I mean, like there is so many different processes. Why is there? That's your hair. That's your hair that I just picked off that was tangled in this bush.
I mean, are you sure it was my hair? We have the same color hair.
Totally your hair.
Sure. But so, yeah. Going back to basil, there's a basil
Chamomile.
sprouting in there. This is Camellia sinensis.
Chamomile.
Yeah,
It's the tea bush.
it's gonna be my tea eventually. I can't wait. I'm actually excited for it.
I know. I'm gonna have to actually buy him a teapot now. Like the other cool guys on TikTok that, you know, have a little tea pet that they sit there and pour the first round of tea over. Gonna have to get him one.
Hear me shout.
Get out of the video again. Get out of the video. You're done.
Tip you over and pour you out.
You're done. Get over! Let's talk about this endeavor.
First off, there's basil in it.
Look, I can't even begin to describe you. I can't even just.
Did you want to know the specific genus of that? So this is dragon fruit. It's going to be a red dragon fruit. It was the original one we bought. We got it from the nursery.
It was called American Beauty.
Yep.
I guess it is.
This had a ton of vines all over it. So what a lot of people don't know is dragon fruit comes from a cactus. And not only does it come from a cactus, it's not like prickly pear, which comes off the traditional cactus. This comes off of a vining cactus, which is why people think dragon fruit trees, because you will find it growing up in trees and things like that. You can see here how it's vining and growing over from the other videos that I have out there where you've seen my little cactus corner. You see how it's creating its own little trees over there, and with the air roots, it definitely looks like them. So.
Yeah, we've gotten big pots for the cactus. We've replanted them multiple times. We cut off different additions multiple times. You know, if you cut them off here, it'll stop growing on that one, but it'll spark a new one. But it doesn't bear fruit until it hangs over.
And it's not just that. There's different ways to trick it into bearing fruit. But essentially, when you don't want the stem to grow anymore, you cut the tip, which will force it to grow out in different directions from the other spots on there. And then each one of these nodes has the potential to turn into a flower or a fruit. There's different methods where you can actually cut into that, which kind of tricks it and sparks it into fruiting a little bit sooner.
Now, if you also notice with our cactus that we have two big, huge pots, but a bunch of other little ones, we're eventually going to have to move this one. But this was the original plant that we got it.
Yep.
And we were actually, I'm not going to lie, really worried about it for a while because it had rust when we got it.
Really nasty.
And we didn't get some of the other ones. We got this one, but this one has produced so many offspring that they're everywhere.
And
I can't even control how many we've got, but we've had to make 2 fence posts with 4 of them, one on each side, going up. And we've currently got one that I could see from here that's really super tall that we're probably gonna cut soon to have it start bearing out. So we're gonna make it look like a tree rather than a bush, so it'll be taller, so it'll bear the dragon fruit up higher.
I've honestly got about a dozen of these plants by now, just from the one.
Anybody need dragon fruit? Anybody? Anybody at all?
Right?
Because look, we're talking about this. Not only is this stalk branching off, there's this stalk and this stalk branching off. There's another one coming off here, and then there's 2 more over here on this side.
This one's not going to go anywhere. In fact, it's probably going to be best to remove that.
Yeah, we'll probably will.
Yeah.
And that's not the only one. There's another bucket over here that's got a good size one on it.
I bumped it a little too hard doing some work yesterday, so I had to kind of cut it and replant
we're
it.
probably going to have like 5 dragon fruit trees. Does anybody need dragon fruit? Anybody? Okay. I tried.
We only have a couple plants left, because some of them we can't really move, and we'll have to move 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not moving the banana. Ooh, we could squat down in front of it. I've been doing that. I sit under it sometimes.
Yeah.
Duck.
I'm not feeding any ducks.
Dude.
We have a retention pond directly behind our house, and there's a whole bunch of ducks that live here. And whenever me and my husband are outside, they send what we refer to as a scout over here to see if we're going to feed them. And they'll come over here and see if we're going to feed them, and then if we don't, they'll walk away. If we do, more of them come. It's like the seagulls on the beach. You feed one, and then they all decide, hey,
Mine?
if you're going to feed us,
Mine?
yeah.
Mine?
Okay,
Alright.
so what's this one?
Well, other than all of the basil, they're in their own pots this time. These are the tomatillos. Now the thing is with tomatillos, they do not self-pollinate. You have to have 2 plants for them. So you got to have at least 2 planted. I've got 3 technically, 4 technically. These 2 have just really taken off and grown very well.
Yeah, they've got decently sized stalks.
And looking at the flowers, oh, there's some white flies on this one.
ADHD moment. ADHD moment.
Yeah, so these both have actually already started producing some flowers, which is actually really cool and exciting. But this one's got like a very beautiful flower that's ready. So these are tomatillos. I'm excited for them. They are the only thing out of the nightshade family that I have gotten to produce anything so far to all my other tomato plants.
But eventually we're going to buy a plot of land and we're going to have you a greenhouse so you don't have to worry about all the fly problems and things like that. Because it's going to be nice and closed off.
Sure, greenhouse for some plants. Oh, you're going to have fields of stuff to deal with.
I know I'm going to have fields of stuff to deal with.
It's going to be nice and fun. You're going to get to frolic.
I'm going to be frolicking through banana trees is what I'm going to be doing.
Hell yeah. Banana Grove.
Here's why it's ironic. I actually don't eat bananas. I don't like bananas at all. I like banana flavoring. Artificial banana flavoring.
But it has quickly become your favorite plant out here.
It is. I love it. The leaves are longer than my arms.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends that are waiting for the banana leaves because they want to use them for cooking. I might be selfish and keep them for myself. For cooking or fertilizer.
So they can go down to the nursery. They're BOGO right now.
No, they want the leaves.
Yeah, I know. They can go get their own tree.
So, this is the banana. It's not a traditional banana. It's actually a blue Java banana that I got. It's going to grow really big regardless. Like I said, it's quickly become her favorite leaves, her favorite plant out here. Even I come out here when it's raining and I'll actually sit underneath this and watch the ducks some days. It's going to be great for fertilizer for the rest of the garden too. It's going to be about a year before we see it provide fruit. And then from there, we're going to keep it propagating because it clones itself. It was also one of those that I justified the cost because I wanted this thing. This thing right here. This is my lychee tree. Sweetheart lychee. I love the flavoring of it. I love the actual fruit of it too. They're really good. I finally got some the other month. But I found this on sale. And then to justify the cost of the order, basically to justify myself ordering a single plant, I ordered the banana with it, the cacao with it, and the kiwi with it.
Didn't you get free shipping because you hit so much of an amount?
No, I got free shipping because I'm in the state of Florida.
Yeah, well.
It was free shipping no matter what. But, again, I had to justify it in my head, so. And this is the lychee. Back behind it, we got a fern. We got some radishes that I'm trying to grow and a green pepper. Nothing really crazy back over here. This is more of like an experimental corner. And mostly we put the banana right there because it gets the runoff from the rain. So it gets the most flow of water coming down.
But you see that it's in like a 25-gallon grow bag. I mean, the sucker is huge. And it's heavy.
Yeah, and we're prepared to move it inside or do things to keep it nice and cool, warm for the freeze because they will not survive a freeze.
He says move it inside, but I'm going to let you know what he means. What he means is take the patio and turn it into a greenhouse effect, and we're already trying to figure out how to do that just for temporary.
Yeah, I'm going to turn that. I'm going to convert all of that screen into more of a greenhouse than anything else.
What? I don't have anything. What do you think that I have?
It's the Three Stooges.
What?
And they're giving you booty.
What? Don't give me the butt wickle. I don't have anything.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bum, 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 bum. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.